Hello everyone. Today I'm going to tell you something about clean code. This is the very beginning of my series of movies about the clean code. I decided to mm, record that because this is the subject was is very important for me. The history of mine, why is it so important for me, is when I was a young programmer because now I have a few years of experience in programming. And when I started, I have some problems with code, with interpretation of code, with uh, thinking how to make a good code. And about, I think, 2 maybe 3 months when I started programming in my career, of course, I did some code and I make a pull request, and the reviewer says that my code should make in some way, and when I ask another programmer, he says that my code should make in another way. And the both people was few years programming. There was seniors, so I very have I have difficult to interpret in proper way how to make a very good code, how to make a clean code. And then they says that this is a very good moment to take a book. This book is called Clean Code. This is the book what they say, and they say this is the book would be very helpful for me to decide what is the very clean code. Yes, and I of course I make it and I start reading this book. And when I realized that when I starting to make a very good code, the mm, the ways how to do that is start very simple. Yes, and I think why it's working for me and don't work for other people, because everyone knows that, everyone know this rule, everyone know this book, everyone know this author of this book, but no one do it, really no one do it. And even on my interview, when I want to get to work, I had a question about the clean code and of course the solid and something like that. But when I get this job, when I start coding in this company, I realized that no one do it, really no one do it. Mm, in my whole career I met only one, only one programmer, and this one was my personal guide in the company. What is teaching me programming, and only this one, only this one person was the man, was the one that he really do it. Yeah, and I remember that today. And I working in the small company, I working on the whole company, I work from the largest company in the world. And really I tell you, no one do it everything. There's something, some pieces code everyone cleans, okay. Some companies have the rules of the clean code of the company, but no one really care. I don't know why. Maybe they don't know that, but I think everyone know the book. Everyone know this title, but maybe not everyone want to read this book. So I now that's why I recording this presentation, these principles. But I think maybe 1% of the people who know this book is read this book, and one of the percent, or maybe less than 1% of this one of this percent really do it very precisely. Of course, I want to say that I'm not blaming architects and seniors why they do that, because I think the book is from the uh, 2010. And I know that if someone coding very a lot of years, and they have some habits, and they programming in the some way, this is very difficult working to change habits. I have the I had the easier way, because I start learning a few years after the book was published. And the moment when I started my career, this book was very popular, and I just could start to programming in the proper way. So yeah, my position was very comfortable. So I didn't blaming anyone. just I think the promote these principles is um, in the our whole programming business. So yeah, that's why I'm a recorder, and that's why my series of this movies, and these code principles are very common from the a lot of languages. So I think it's not only one language. My language is Java code. I program of Java because this is my favorite one, and but a lot of the languages are very good for these principles too. So I think a lot of people could make a very good code from this book and from these principles. Okay, this is about my very short my story why I do it. So now maybe let's talk about who is the authors of this book. And the main author is Robert C. Martin, but Martin says that there was a few more authors, not only he, but he also get information from the another persons, and this is from few persons from the book. So first of all, of course, Robert C. Martin is a programmer since 1970s, and author of the Agile Manifesto, author of Acclaim books, author of numerous articles on software development principles, former editor-in-chief on the C++ Report magazine, and first chairman of the Agile Alliance. Additionally, there is Dave Thomas, founder of OTI, godfather of the Eclipse strategy, Ward Cunningham, inventor Wiki, inventor of Fit, co-author of Extreme Programming, a guide for design patterns, and leader of Smalltalk and object-oriented programming. Of course, there is additionally Grady Buch developed the Unified Modeling language UML. Uh, Björn Stroustrup, sorry for my pronunciation, but I don't know how to how to say that. But he creator of C++. Yes, this is the person. And Ron Jeffries, auto extreme programming installed, auto extreme programming adventure in C hash, and Dave Thomas, auto working efficiently with legacy code. So this is the authors of this book. So I think the our authority is good enough for me, definitely good enough for me. You have maybe more experience that these people, maybe yes. So maybe you have more knowledge and more experience to how to do very good code. But I think the most of people who are listening this is get some piece of smaller experience, and you know to make mistake with these people, it's not shame. I think not shame that much that I would thinking myself how to do it. So my strategy to learn very efficiently these principles was I don't think myself, don't think how to do in in myself way. I just take the book and I take these principles and just programming in the way they say. So if I make wrong, if I make mistake, I make mistake with these people. So with these people I can make all mistakes, and I think it won't be shame, it won't be blame in my life. So I think this is the very very constructive very constructive suggestions for me. So this is my point of view. Yes, that was the L auto, and the thing at the beginning I want to say how to realize what is the code we looking at is good code or is a bad code. The good code is the very very interesting. I think the measure of the good code is WTF on the minute. Yes, this is WTF on the minute, and as you can see, in good code is only 2 WTF on the minute. So if you're looking at the code and think WTF only two times, of course, it's not about the number. It's about the very few times. Yes, we're thinking about what is the code about. Very few times. There's I think there's good code, but if you look at the program and you very often thinking about what the yeah, what the very rude words, WTF, WTF this, what WTF you, WTF. So it's meaning that this is the very bad code if you don't know what it's about. So this is very general instruction how to realize is the code we looking at is good code or it is a bad code. So the last one, what I wanna say in this presentation, in this movie, is 10 to 1. What is that? 10 to 1 is the proportion of the time we spending on the reading code and time on spending on the writing code. When I starting to programming, I thought that I will be only programming. Yeah, I imagine that my chief will come to me and says, okay, this is the something you need to we need to code. We need to instruction you that you will be programming for us, and I will start programming. Yeah, this is my estimation. But in the real life, the work of the programmer is also read of code, and then maybe small piece of changes I made. So some only one line, on only one if, on only one list, something like that. I only change, and this is my whole, especially in the support. Yeah. So yeah, the reading code is very important. This is what is the conclusion of this page on the clean code. Then author says that conclusion is the reading code is very important because we most of our times we only reading code, not writing code. So this is why we talking about, and I think this is why we should think about it, and we very need to just writing good code and just writing this in connection with these principles, because this is very good investments for our future and our time. Yeah, I think. Okay, so that was a beginning. As I said, this is video very beginning of series of movies. I think, of course, when I take time, I think I will, and I will make another videos about the how to make a good code with a wider explanation, wider in my experience too. So for today, thank you for watching, and if someone has some suggestions, some questions maybe or something like that, then can write to me on the marek.glowacki PMME, as you can see on this picture. So thank you all, thank you for watching, and see ya in the next movie. Bye.